They said Jay-Z was my dad. They said...
we out here on vacation in the Bahamas, another beautiful day. Check it out, check it out. Boom. I want to talk to y'all for a minute about the power of perception. Versus... Whoa, wait, don't give away too much, man. Yeah, okay, I can say clone, I want to say clone. All right, so there's like a clone. Bang, link.
The Epstein files reveal the largest genocide in human history, and it is being hidden from your eyes. 8 million children go missing every single year. Look at all these people with black eyes. Politicians, your famous actors, the Pope, high-level people. They all participate. This is an email from the Epstein files. All you need is a blood transfusion from the pack and you reverse aging.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Is your money dirty money?
If you live,
I just asked a question. Is your money dirty money?
No, it's not. So, in fact,
why is it not dirty money?
Because I earned it. A heart.
But you earned it.
I earned it legally.
Hold up. So, you know how we thought this Epstein fiasco couldn't get worse? Well, buckle up, because things just got a whole lot messier. Because now it is being reported there were several celebs that were also used during this whole mess. One of them allegedly being Bryshere Gray. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that this is all speculation. So unless Bryshere himself comes out and reveals the truth, we won't know what really happened. Allegedly, this Diddy, Epstein, and Weinstein are all connected to a bigger network that mistreated people, if you know what I mean. Katt Williams already warned us about this time and time again, and looks like the day of reckoning has finally come. The topic of Bryshere has been coming up a lot, but people only connected his downfall to Will Smith and Diddy, not Epstein. Not to mention, Bryshere went from being one of the most promising young actors in the industry to now having intimate sessions with other men on the internet for chicken change. Oh, and did I mention that too long ago the police were even called because Bryshere was caught trying to end his own life? Okay, so in case you somehow missed out on the recent updates on Bryshere, he is currently a raging substance dependent and a full-blown corn star. And in case you're wondering how his career got to this point, well, it all leads back to his infamous mentorship program in Hollywood. Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright have been the loudest people in exposing what happened to Bryshere, but everyone called them crazy. Word on the street is that the reason Katt has been so loud about Bryshere's case is that he also faced his fair share of industry creeps trying to get him to spread his cheeks. The difference between him and Bryshere is that they didn't succeed in turning him out. In fact, Katt Williams said Harvey Weinstein tried to force him into a freak-off in Epstein's mansion back when he was coming into the industry, but he turned the offer down.
They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my piece in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking I'm the only black person on the script. I get there, there's 3 other black guys on there. Woo. Huh.
So you wonder what they did?
I told him no. What y'all do? And this is why when I walk in a room, heads go down.
Now, just for a little bit of context on how Bryshere even got mixed up in all this, it all started when his former shady manager, Charlie Mack, gave him to Will and Diddy for a mentorship program. This was also around the same time that he was blowing up on Empire. So, from the outside looking in, it seemed like this mentorship was exactly what he needed. But it turns out that while we were thinking Bryshere was getting trained, other things were being done to him, and mentorship was the very last thing on that list. It really shouldn't have been a surprise, since around the time Diddy was supposedly mentoring Bryshere, he was under investigation for touching boys. According to a U.S. court filing, federal investigators, James Rosemond, the music manager turned nose cant kingpin, was reportedly questioned about the preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having relationships with not-of-age boys. But at the time, Diddy was still very powerful in the industry, so he was able to bury the story. similar to what Jay-Z did recently when his team got The Shade Room to take down the post about him being on the Epstein list right after they put it up. Anyway, it wasn't until Jaguar blew the whistle about what Will and Diddy were allegedly doing to Bryshere that a lot of people finally caught on to what was really happening by exposing major details about the time Bryshere and Meek were apparently heard screaming for their lives, running from a freak-off at Will's house. It's unclear what happened to them, but whatever it was enough to have them running out in the streets with no clothes on.
Bisexual, they do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
My husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son, and you ain't do shit about it. Bilal told me everything.
Their good friend who
Bilal told me. Jada, he told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child. Yes, he did. Wonder why he left that out of his Tasha K interview.
In that interview, he said a lot. He said a lot.
He said everything but the thing that was important. That he know that Will Smith, Jaden, he Bryshere and he Meek Mills, and you know it, Bilal. Now I don't give no how far in the desert you run. You'll go from a Philly to a sand, they'll still get you.
He's Philly though, Jay. It's Philly.
He Meek Milk. As far as I'm concerned, he Meek Milk. I ain't calling him Mill no more, that's milk. That's Meek Milk. Added to the honeycomb. You got a meal.
So you believe the Dwayne Martin story, that could have happened?
Of course, everybody know that shit.
Jaguar wasn't done yet. It turns out that Bryshere's mother, the one person who was supposed to be looking out for him and protecting him, was also in on the whole time. According to Jaguar, Bryshere's mom allowed all this to happen because she was getting paid to keep her mouth shut, while industry executives drilled in and out of Bryshere's cheeks however they wanted. Mind you, he was not even an adult when all this was supposedly happening. But then again, the Epstein files showed that people much younger were also getting touched.
Say, Andy, I'm talking about Bryshere's mom. I'ma kick you in your in and I'ma go to work North Philly style. F you and Charlie. You happy now? He's a gay star. Are you happy now, Andy? For a book that didn't sell. I hope that new husband of yours leaves you. And maybe it's time you tell your son why his father is really in jail, his biological father, for all of his life and what you had to do with it. You CI.
Now, as per several of these released docs, there was a network running in the entire industry. In fact, in one of these docs, Epstein allegedly referred to Diddy as his competition. So all these rappers and models were just being passed around. Just horrible. Jaguar even said at some point, Andrea came to her begging her to help with Bryshere, and she told her to get Bryshere far away from Charlie Mack, since he was the link between Bryshere and Will and Diddy. But guess what? Andrea didn't do it. She sat there and watched them toss Bryshere around for a couple more years, till there was nothing left of him.
That came to me and begged me for my help. I told her to get the fuck away from Charlie. I did everything that I could do to get Bryshere, to help her get Bryshere out of California into Chicago safe, to be ready for filming. She knew she knew what Will did to him. But because of Charlie, see? And Charlie had promised her all kinds of things. And all she had to do was pretend to be a broken down single mom who worked her way up through the ghetto and raised a superstar for television, when the truth is, she wasn't nothing but a dealer's. That's all she ever was. She went from dealer to dealer, and then she snitched on whoever she needed to snitch on until she could get to the bigger bag, until she got with Larry Lair, my friend who raised Bryshere in $1 million home. Your whole book is lies, Andy. And I hope anybody that bought it asks for a refund and demands it comes out of your pocket every time they see your son's gay. You and Charlie Mack.
Yaz's mom brought Yaz to Charlie. And Charlie came and got me and was like, what you want to do? I started writing for Yaz, like that's why it makes me mad to see what's going on with him right now. Like I can't believe what I'm watching.
Right.
I can't believe what I'm watching. Like for you to flip that way and turn like you doing gay porn and like what is wrong with you, man? No disrespect to anybody gay, but it's just like
because it was him.
It's a kid I watched from a baby grow up, so it's like, and then like the mental issues that he have. You feel what I'm saying? I know he had mental issues. Like he ain't all the way there. So to watch all this happen, it's like, all right, where all the people that was around when the money was around?
But if you thought the allegations Jaguar and Katt Williams made are bad, just wait till you hear what Will Smith's best friend Bilal said after the Epstein files got released. Not only did Bilal accuse Will and Diddy also allegedly servicing escorts from Epstein, but he went into details about what Bryshere told him and how Bryshere supposedly confessed to him that he was being passed around to other creepy old men in the industry. Now, in case you're wondering, a lot of people were quick to believe Bilal before even speaking about Bryshere. He had Will and Jada pressed when he exposed Will for having an intense gay freak-off with Dwayne Martin. He said he literally walked into Will, bent over, and got his cheeks mercilessly pounded by Dwayne. And from how he described it, it didn't sound like it was Will's first time getting his cheeks clapped.
I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having an with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up. Kill, murder, like it was murder.
But wait, there's more. Bilal later appeared in another heated interview with Tasha K, and the tear spilled had people gagging even more. Tell me why this man went on that show and gave a graphic recollection of the time Bryshere broke down after taking an unholy amount of substances and confessed to him that Will and Diddy had allegedly SA'd him multiple times. Girl, Bilal said these allegations came right out of Bryshere's own mouth when they were together in Chicago. Apparently, Will had assigned Bilal to take care of Bryshere while they were in Chicago. And one night, when Bryshere had too many hard substances in his system, he broke down and revealed everything.
I robbed in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will me. You know Diddy made me suck his. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada will watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them deals. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm going to sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do, period. And I got to have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail, period. There's no if, there's no ends, there's no buts. You know what you and Diddy was doing together in y'all younger years. All that's coming out.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tapes?
Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling. So it's time for everybody that got a credible story, I should say, to start the process.
Now, no shade to Bilal, but at first, a lot of people thought he was clout chasing. But after these Epstein files got put on the internet, people are quickly realizing that they really can't put anything past these celebrities. Bryshere isn't the first of his kind, and he definitely ain't gonna be the last. As usual, people had their own thoughts, like this person who said, they are wrong for what they did to that young man. A great talent destroyed. Will disappointed fans greatly. I can't even watch anything with him in it anymore. Another person said, and this is why they are treating him like this now. Will Smith is a PDF. That's why the older son doesn't want anything to do with him. Will Smith has naked BB games in his house with rappers and sports players. He's just as bad as Diddy and Jay-Z. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Will Smith getting exposed by Katt for destroying Bryshere? And don't really believe that Will was on Epstein's Island too? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.